Alright guys, today's goal, understand how to graph parallel and perpendicular lines. Okay? So let's start with parallel lines. Parallel lines. If two non-vertical lines in the same place have the same slope, then they are parallel. Or if two non-vertical lines in the same plane are parallel, then they have the same slope. So the biggest thing, they need to have the same slope, different y-intercept. So it says, write the equation of a line that passes through the point -2, 11 and is parallel to y equals -x plus 5. So the first thing I got to do is identify the slope of the given equation. The slope is -1. So I know the slope for my new equation is -1, and I'm given the point -2, 11. Okay? So that means I'm going to use point slope form again. So remember, that's x1, that's y1. So you have y minus 11 equals -1 times x plus 2, because it's a -2, and x minus -2 is x plus 2. So distribute that out. You get y minus 11 equals -x minus 2. So we have that over here. Add the 11. You get y equals -x plus 9. So there is your equation. So there's parallel. Plain and simple, done. Alright, so parallel lines have the same slope. So what does that mean for perpendicular? Okay, it means two lines in the same plane are perpendicular if they intersect to form a right angle. Okay? So if you look down here, see how these are the blue line and the green line, they are intersecting at a right angle. Okay? Horizontal and vertical lines are perpendicular to each other. So it says compare the slopes of the perpendicular lines shown. So the slope of this first line is -3/2, and the slope of the perpendicular line is 2/3. It's called a negative reciprocal. Because if I think about this, I have -3/2. If I do negative that and flip it, that's how you get the positive 2/3, okay? Because reciprocal means flip the fraction. So now it says if two non-vertical lines on the same plane have slopes that are negative reciprocals, then the lines are perpendicular. Or if two non-vertical lines in the same plane are perpendicular, then their slopes are negative reciprocals. So let's take a look. It says determine which lines, if any, are parallel or perpendicular. So the first thing we got to do, identify the slope. That's 5. Here, we need to get this one, subtract the x. You get 5y equals -x plus 2. Divide everything by 5. So you get y equals -1/5 x plus 2/5. So the slope of this, -1/5. Here, add the 2x. You get -10y equals 2x. Divide by -10. You get y equals -1/5 x. So here the slope, -1/5. So it says determine which lines, if any, are parallel. Well, line B is parallel to line C, because see how they have same slope, different y-intercept. Okay? So line B and C are parallel. And then what's the negative reciprocal of -1/5? 5, because if I flip it, I get -5/1. Multiplied by negative, you get 5. Do we have anything with the slope of 5? Yes. So then we also know line A is perpendicular to line B, and line A is perpendicular to line C. So let's take a look at some more of this. It says, is line A perpendicular to line B? Verify your answer using slopes. Okay? So first thing we got to do, get into y equals mx plus b. Subtract the x. 2y equals negative x minus 12. Divide each piece by 2. You get y equals negative 1/2 x minus 6. Here, divide each piece by 2. You get y equals 3 over 2x minus 4. So, negative 1/2, and we have 3 halves. Are those negative reciprocals of each other? So, no, they are not perpendicular, because negative 1/2 times 3 over 2 does not equal negative 1. Does not equal. Okay, let's take a look at some more. It says write the equation of line that passes through the point 4, 3 and is perpendicular. So this is like the other one, but again, you're given a point, and if this is the slope of one line, remember, the slope of our line is the negative reciprocal. Put it over 1, flip it, make it negative. So now you have y minus 3 equals negative 1/4 x minus 4. Distribute. Y minus 3 equals negative 1/4 x plus 1. Add the 3. Get y equals negative 1/4 x plus 4. So there we go. Be ready for some good stuff in class, guys.